Aava the King's Pet is the first boss of the Crown of the Ivory King DLC for Dark Souls 2. He's a snow-bite tiger with all the attacks you'd expect a tiger to have: paw swipes, pounces, bites, etc. He also has a ranged attack where he summons 5 magic crystals above his head that fire themselves at the player in regular intervals, and a get-off-me explosion. On his own, he's a solid boss fight with decent tells and a good speed for the game he's in. The cool part is that you can challenge him to a fight as soon as you enter the DLC, but he's completely invisible, unless you go through the level and collect an item that turns invisible enemies visible. It's really neat that you're presented with a boss at the start of the level with a mechanic that makes it almost impossible, and the game basically tells you to go engage with the level design to make it possible. It's a good motivation for exploration. Unfortunately, there's no good way to bring his invisibility mechanic to a Nightreign, unless he comes with a Shifting Earth event. Imagine if FromSoftware made a condensed version of Lois, the level where Aava is found, and on the way to the end, you're stalked by an invisible magic tiger the whole time. Once you get to the end, you find a mechanic that makes it visible, and you finally get to fight the thing that has been harassing you the whole time. I think that sounds epic. Unfortunately though, I think porting Aava as just a random field boss or a night boss wouldn't do him justice. Unless Zallen is an optional boss in the same DLC and exists as a duo fight that is basically 2 Aavas. They are darker in appearance and have some dark magic too. The unique mechanic they have that separates them from just a duo Aava fight is that when they get low enough in health, one can heal the other. It's annoying solo, but multiplayer makes the fight more manageable, which is not surprising as Zallen are this DLC's optional boss that is balanced around multiplayer. I think Zallen could make excellent night or field bosses, and if you disagree, you're probably scarred by the level they are found in. And I get it, I hate it too. The thing about Nightreign is, we don't have to deal with that bullshit. I think on their own, Zallen aren't offensive bosses, but since you have to trudge through that snowfield to challenge them every time in Dark Souls 2, their ratings suffer. It's not actually because the bosses themselves are bad. Aava gets a B tier because he would really only work best in a dedicated Shifting Earth, but without the invisibility gimmick, he would not be as enjoyable as Zallen, which gets an A tier because its format works better for Nightreign.